We're at GenCon 2024, and we've got 10 games we're going to check out today. You start us off.
Yeah, all right. So one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to trying out is Dune War for Arrakis.
Oh, you love Dune.
Yes, and I've really enjoyed Dune Imperium, and this is a different system, but set in the Dune universe.
My favorite part of this one is that the name Dune is a palindrome. I know that's the movie thing, but it looks cool in the box. The box, you can look at it either way.
Yeah, it's really
cool. I'm going to go with Crossbow and Catapults. This is a restoration games. This is a company that's been redoing old games where you've got a tower defense essentially, and you've got little crossbows.
I think I remember this one from when I was a kid.
With bad elastic bands that always break. Yeah. This one, they've amped up the weapons, and it's looking pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm digging that. What's your next one?
Okay, my next one is Foundations of Metropolis, and you were the one that told me more about this. So
it's based on Foundations of Rome, which was the Onimo game, right? Where it was a massive box, and you're trying to place them and build your city. This is, I think, the economic version, or the slightly more accessible version, because that first box was huge and expensive.
Yeah, I know you explained it to me. I'm like, oh, it sounds really interesting, so we'll have to check that one out.
That's right, and that's from Arcane Wonders.
Yes, that's right. What about the next one?
Absolutely. So a designer that I've been really intrigued with is Elizabeth Hargrave, who did Wingspan.
Yes.
And I also played and really loved the Fox Experiment.
Yes.
So I'd like to get a much closer look at Undergrove this year.
Okay.
It's like a beautiful
game. Is that the mushroom one?
It is the mushroom one.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a strawberry kind of. Yeah. Pretty cool. Right. So that one looks cool.
Yeah. Next up for me is the Mandalorian Adventures.
You have to have a Star Wars game.
You got to have a Star Wars game. It's like a Gen Con thing. You got to have a Star Wars game.
And Mandalorian is a pretty good series.
Yes, it was. Yeah, certainly the first two seasons were really fun.
This is a co-op game too, correct?
Yeah, that's what I understand. So
okay, so we can play it together.
Yeah, you can be Grogu and I'll be Mandalorian.
Baby Yoda. Everyone loves Baby Yoda the best, so love it. Next up is Hard Rock 1977. I'm curious. I read the description.
You put this on the list, but you're like, oh, I'm really not sure. It actually kind of looks fun.
You're gigging and you've
got to build your music career, I guess, as a rock band back in the 70s or something like that, right? So,
also here we went by the booth today and we saw that people who can sing the best karaoke can win that game at the booth. So if you sing, I guess it's 70s rock, then
I presume
you can do that. We probably won't be participating.
No.
Okay, that's all right.
I'd rather just buy the game.
Now CGE Czech Games Edition has a game that you're interested in, but it's not being released at Gen Con.
Yes. Well, there's SETI, which had caught my interest. So we realized that we just spoke with one of the representatives there. They said it wasn't coming out. So I decided to switch my next choice for Star Realms Rise of Empire.
Right.
I've always been a big fan of Star Realms, and this seems to be kind of like a big box edition, and so it just looks really cool. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if my number 3 pick is even at Gen Con this year, but my favorite game of all time is Kemet, and I've heard that Kemet Rise of the Gods, an expansion from Matago Games 2025, is coming out. It should be fantastic. Everything Kemet is fantastic.
Yes.
So we'll see how that one plays out, and if it's even here, who knows?
Yes. And my next one, my last one of this list, is the game everyone's talking about. I have yet to play it, Arcs. And I know you have played some games of it, and we're gonna have a chance to play it together possibly tonight. And so it's a big release here at the convention. Huge. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, maybe even having a chance to meet the designer Cole Worley as well. So
and I'm excited because this is a game with a ton of hype. It's been built up all over, and it's been trashed too. And so I'll be really interested to see what you think. Let us know in the comments if this is a game that you want to check out, and if there's other games here. Now, the number one game that I want to check out is one from a system that you don't love, but a theme that you do love, War, a designer you do love, David Thompson. A theme in space this time, though.
Yes.
So it's Undaunted Callisto, 2200 Callisto, I think. So now you had a chance to talk to David Thompson about this?
Just briefly, but it uses the same Undaunted system that they used in Undaunted Normandy and Undaunted Battle of Britain. I think it has the opportunity to actually work really well here, because there's various science fiction things you can kind of mix in to explain the mechanics that I don't really love. Right. So, if, for example, instead of scouting, they can say, oh, I'm going to clear the space of radiation, and now you can enter it, that kind of thing. So
brilliant. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So those are our games that we want to check out at Gen Con 2024. Please let us know in the comments what you're looking for, and get out there,
get gaming,
and be legendary.